Hello, I'm Jenny Lentz, and I've been asked to share the application to this week's sermon. It was on Anatomy of Love, and it was the first week. It was called Love Actually. So I just wanted to share a little bit about myself. I am currently serving as a host on the online campus, which I'll explain a little bit about that later. But previously, my husband and I were very involved in the youth ministry at Crossroads. So so that's a little bit about me. My application to this week's sermon, there were a lot of great things, as Kevin always shares, such great stuff. But we looked at Romans 12, 3 through 10, and it's just helping us understand what community looks like and how you play a role in it, how you play a role in the church, and how your gifts are a huge part of how you can be involved. So like I mentioned, I'm part of the online campus, and we've been worshiping that way for the last 2 years. Our daughter was born with a heart defect almost 2.5 years ago, and so I still remember our first Sunday worshiping online in her ICU room, and we had no idea, like anyone else, that would totally become everyone's norm. So we were all worshiping online. But prior to her birth, like I said, we were involved in youth ministry. My husband Brian and I, that was, totally fit our gift set. We love to be around people. We love awkward teenagers, as weird as that sounds. We just love walking alongside teenagers, just, at a time when they're really trying to figure out what their personal relationship with God looks like. But that totally, we all had to pivot during COVID, and that's, something that Brian and I had to figure out, was that we weren't really going to be able to attend church because, our daughter was in the hospital for a while, and then even after that, we were told we had to really keep her close, stay away from germs. So we've continued to worship online, and I was approached by sweet Carrie Hastings about a year ago, and she asked if I wanted to start serving online as a host. And I was like, at first, like, no way. Like, I'm not techie. I'm not great with technology. Put me in a room with a bunch of awkward middle school girls and I'm totally in. But it was a hard sell for me. But I was willing to try. Carrie was on Zoom with me for the first at least week, so I could see how it worked. I didn't get thrown in, by myself at all. But I figured, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. So I did it the next week, and I've been volunteering every couple weeks ever since. And it's really helped, grow my relationship. It's helped me stay in community because, like I said, we haven't really attended church in 2 years. But, something that happened a few weeks ago on the online campus, the host, Nancy, asked to share if anyone wanted to share a prayer request. And so my daughter is having her first open heart surgery in a few weeks, and I just threw it out there. I said, hey, can everybody pray for me? And it was amazing. There were so many people that were typing prayers. I'm getting a little choked up. It was just really meaningful. I felt like, I'm still in community. It looks a lot different than it did before. And so that's kind of my challenge for you. Is to, think outside the box. Maybe you're like me and you love being up front, but that, life happens and that's not really possible for you. So, consider serving online or in another background role. There's so many ways to get involved. And I know on the Facebook page, on the website, there's so many ways that you can just click a button and learn about maybe a ministry you've never heard of. But that might be where God wants you. So my challenge, like Kevin said, is just pick something and try it and see what happens. So I hope you guys have a great week, and maybe I'll see you online. Thanks.